Yeah, I'm gonna get his last precept and I'm gonna close out. It says, Book of Romans, chapter 8 and verse 35. Who shall separate us from the love of Yahushua? Right? It says, shall tribulation or distress or persecution or famine or nakedness or peril or sword? Right? Hey man, none of these things, Lord, when we be those men, none of these things can separate us from Yahushua, man. Because Yahushua, he dealt with all these things for us. So how can these things separate us from Yahushua, man? Did not Yahushua go, what it say? It said, tribulation or distress or persecution or famine or nakedness or peril or sword. These are all the things that Yahushua went through for us, man. Yahushua did these things for us. So what, there's no way in hell that we can't. Hey man, that's why it says, and Lord's willing we be those men. This is our hope. It says, who shall separate us from the Lord, the love of Yahushua? Because Yahushua's love was not separated from us. So, hey man, that's why the scriptures say we prisoners of hope, man. Because we trying to be those ride or die men for the ultimate ride or die man, man. You see? It says, shall tribulation? Yahushua went through the worst tribulation, man. Face ripped off to where you couldn't even recognize him. Or distress? Yahushua was sweating blood, man. That's distress for your ass, man. It says, or persecution, was not Yahushua persecuted in the worst way by the Romans and his own people? Hey, and even some of the brethren was like, shit, man, denying them, it says, or persecution, or famine. Hey, Yahushua fasted 40 days for us. Everything that Yahushua was doing, well, he was doing it, so that Yahushua can come back unto his people, man. You see, it says, starting with the elect, it says, or famine or nakedness. Hey man, they speared Yahushua to the point to where his garments was ripping down. You see, and to the point, and nakedness also going into not having no currency, man. Or not having, hey, Yahushua ain't had to have a dwelling place. You see, or nakedness, or peril, or sword. It says, right. You see, hey, so Yahushua went through all these things for us, man. So we hoping and praying that we the Lord put a spirit on us to endure all these things for Yahushua, man. It says, as it is written, for thy sake we are killed all the day long. We are accounted as sheep for the slaughter, man. Right? And we sheep for the slaughter because it's really nothing that we can do in our own power to break down the enemies, man. That's why we waiting on Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Right? And that's why we walking like Yahweh. That's how you know who walking like Yahushua. Because we really in these earthly vessels, we really harmless, man. We harmless, man. You see, weak as fuck, man. These hey man, we ain't underestimating Esau. We know he got laser beams and all that other shit, but we harmless. But we really the mighty warriors of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, but we harmless in his flesh, man. That's why we always had that faith, and knowing and then hoping that Yahweh Shem Yahushua can deliver us from these things, man. You just had a brother had found himself caught up in a situation where he was about to it was a chance that he could have got put to death for some shit that his brother was doing, man. And they was thinking that niggas had assault rifles to his head, brung him to the wilderness to put him to death, and Yahweh Shem Yahushua delivered him, man. You see, we harmless, man, because we those mighty men that was with King David, but on this side, it's really nothing that we can do, man. You see, if a nigga snatch you up right now and they got swords and firearms, what the hell you gonna do, man? It's shit that you can do, man. It's really shit that you can do. You see, if Esau come snatch us up right now and he put us in the back of the van, it's shit that we can do. It's nothing that we can do, man. That's why we have faith in Yahweh Shem Yahushua, because we know that he can deliver us from these things, man. And we know that we can't deliver ourselves from these things, man. You see? We know that we can't deliver ourselves from these things, man. You see? And it vexes us, man, because we created these elements, man. We created the sword and powers and all this shit, man. You know, we powerless right now, man. But it's all good, though, because Yahweh Shema Shaka is going to give us all that back. But not to get off topic, you know. This is a book of, this verse 37, it says, nay, and all these things we are more than conquerors through him that loved us, man. We more than conquerors through him that loved us, man. Yahushua went through all these things